Hello, hello. We are back at it again. Welcome to the Movie Buff Podcast. My name is Emily, and today I've got another good one for you guys. I'm so excited to watch this movie, and I don't really say that a lot about scary movies, but this one is definitely one of my personal favorites because I think it's just so well done. It's so creative with their scares. It's well written. It's well acted. The sound design is impeccable. The stunts, it's just got it all, which is what I love most about scary movies. So I'm excited to share it with you guys. So last night I spent my evening editing my episode that's going to be airing this Friday for you guys, which is going to be Friday the 13th, which is crazy. That's also Kismet. I just realized that. But yeah, I was editing that episode, and the movie that I selected for that particular episode is like one of the scariest movies of all time. So even just like listening to it back, it got me a little creeped out, but luckily I slept okay. I didn't have any nightmares, so that's good. But today I'm so excited for this movie. I haven't seen this movie in a hot minute, so I'm looking forward to refamiliarizing myself with it and just watching this beautiful piece of art, because I think it is, for me, it checks all the boxes for me. So what is the movie, you may ask? Well, the movie that I selected for this week is The Conjuring. All right, for those who are listening, I've got my handy dandy list of notes of points that I want to hit. So let's dive into just a little bit more about the film, what it's about, and some good things to know as we start this movie. Okay, so The Conjuring got an 86% on Rotten Tomatoes. The critics' consensus is well-crafted and gleefully creepy. The Conjuring ratchets up dread through a series of effective old-school scares, which I think is 100% true, and also very creative in their new way of scaring people. So here's the synopsis. In 1970, paranormal investigators and demonologists Lorraine and Ed Warren are summoned to the home of Carolyn and Roger Perrin. The Perrins and their 5 daughters have recently moved into a secluded farmhouse where a supernatural presence has made itself known. Though the manifestations are relatively benign at first, events soon escalate in horrifying fashion, especially after the Warrens discover the house's macabre history. It is rated R, which I actually didn't realize it was rated R. I thought it was rated PG-13, but I guess that makes sense now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, rated R. It was directed by James Wan, who I think has revamped the genre of horror movies in and of itself. His vision for horror has taken the whole genre to a whole new level, which I really respect and admire. And it was written by Chad and Carrie Hayes. It was released July 19th, 2013, which is crazy. I can't believe it's been that long since The Conjuring came out. It doesn't seem like it was that long ago. Let's talk about the cast. Vera Farmiga plays Lorraine Warren. Patrick Wilson plays Ed Warren. Lily Taylor, who I love, I've watched her for many, many years. She plays Carolyn Perrin. And then Ron Livingston plays Roger Perrin. Stanley Caswell plays Andrea. Haley McFarland plays Nancy. Joey King plays Christine. And Mackenzie Foy plays Cindy. And Kayla Dever plays April. I'm so stoked for this. I cannot wait to get started. So without further ado, grab your snacks, grab your blanket, grab your drink of choice, and let's watch The Conjuring. They're really setting the tone with the music here, which is excellent. It's making you uncomfortable right off the bat, which I think is really smart. Really knew how to make the doll ugly. And if you see the doll in real life, the Annabelle doll in real life, it's not scary at all. Okay, spirit, come into the doll. Come on, knock on my door. Again, why don't these doors have peepholes? I've said this now twice in 2 different movies. Why don't these front doors have peepholes in them? Again, the music making you uncomfortable as the audience member. I hate it when dogs are in scary movies because animals always get hurt and I don't like that. Okay, again, it's the 70s. Why don't you have a flashlight? I don't know. Maybe there's a demon down there. Really smooth camera work too. That's something that is very noticeable in this film. Like the scene that just happened with the dog, the discovery of the dog being dead. The parents running out of the house and going around the corner of the house and meeting up with their daughter. That was really a tight shot to begin with, and then they just slowly zoomed out and moved the camera with the couple, and it was really smooth, which again, camera work is an art in and of itself, and when you can do it really well, it is noticeable in the best possible way. The way they frame these hallway shots is really interesting because yes, you're wanting to focus on the person, but you also can't help but keep an eye on the cellar door just by the way they framed the shot, which is really, really clever. I think I would just not look and be like, I think we're going to get rid of this toy. There's a clown también. Like, why clowns? It's just another great, clever way to scare the shit out of you. Oh, and the hands come out real slow. They clap really slowly. It's messed up, man. It's messed up. I mean, literally after this, if it was me, I'd be like, I think I'm going to go stay in a hotel, thanks. Yeah, I would move. Again, like, people just ignore the signs. F that. F that. You get touched, you get pulled in your sleep. Hell no. Hell no. Don't go looking under your bed. I mean, granted, that's like what I would want to do. That's like what your instinct tells you to do. No. Like, just no. Oh, no. You don't need to look. I'm not looking. No, I can't. I can't do it. This is why it's so good. I'm looking literally straight at the camera, and I'm looking at my dog. I'm looking at the bottom of the screen. I'm literally just looking at the bottom of the screen. Okay, I can take it. I can do it. I can do this. Everyone needs a skeptic in their family because I would not be like, oh, you're seeing something behind the door. Great, I'm going to go check it out. That's not me. That will never be me. It will be me running out the window. Like, I will jump out the window and run to the neighbors to scream bloody murder and for help before I go and search out what is wrong. Here's another sound design choice. The rumbling. Jesus Christ. That just got me. Again, my heart just went to my butt. I would have my kid see a therapist ASAP. Oh shit. Yep, this is the scene. Don't go investigate, basically is what I'm saying. Pictures don't just fall off the walls willy-nilly. I'd be singing, I'd be turning on every freaking light in that house. I may even like wake up a kid. F that. Just F that. Don't go investigate anymore, or go get your oldest kid and you go together. Don't be alone. I mentioned this in another podcast episode, but I can't imagine being a single parent, especially a woman. I don't know how it is for dudes. If you're a dude listening to this, you let me know how you would feel. But for me as a woman and a mom, if I was home alone, yep. Oh, that's gotta hurt. When scary shit goes down, I can't imagine being responsible for protecting my kid. I mean, in the scary sense. Obviously, I would die for my kid. But yeah, no. Kids laughing, no. This is like my worst nightmare. Next to being eaten by a shark. I think you need some help. I think your family is screwed. Screwed McFucked. Am I right, Riley? My dog is looking at me like, can you not watch these scary movies? And can you come play with me? Oh, yeah. Yep. She's gonna be on top of the armoire. Fuck that. Oh, I just got the heebie-jeebies. Oh. Again, with the freaking clown. Why clowns? I'm sorry, but like, if I met a woman today named Bathsheba, I would run the other way. Oh yeah, let's just keep the lights off. That's a good idea. The weather's changing. That means something bad's gonna happen. That's a very horror movie type shot where the camera is facing down on the ground and it pans slowly upwards with the wind blowing the leaves. Oh no. Oh, oh, she's ugly. Oh, she's ugly, and she just vomited it into her mouth. Ew, gross. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. I forgot about that. Oh my God. Ah. As I was saying before I got scared shitless, now here's a different situation. When I watched The Exorcist, towards the end of the movie, the room got very cold, and to me, based off of how they were acting, it made me think that they actually turned or made the room that cold. Cold enough to where they are shivering and you can see their breath on the camera. This, however, doesn't seem like they did that based on their acting, because the way their bodies are moving doesn't seem legitimate that the room is actually cold, which is disappointing, because as a director, you want to do whatever it takes to create the environment so that your actors can really act truthfully in their circumstances. And so for me, I feel like it would have been a better choice for them to actually chill the room to make it that cold. You just act differently. You can't, it's hard to pretend like you're cold. If you are legitimately cold, you can easily tell on the screen. Again in the creepy basement. Now there's like a horrible old woman laugh, choosing not to look, because I just can't. Oh my God, no, why did I look? I can't. I'm not going to. I'm looking straight into the no. Oh my God. Oh, I looked. Oh, why did I do that? No, I am going to stand firm. I am not going to look. I am just going to look into the camera, look at my dog, and I'm going to be firm this time. I am not looking. Oh my God. Shit. Why? Oh my God. Oh, shit's about to go down. She fell 3 stories, guys. Like, why aren't we going and taking her to the hospital? They could have held that beat a little bit longer. Not just be like, I'm going to cry for 2 seconds in your arms and then I'm going to leave. Like, let's let that sit for just a hot second. It always has to be storming in a scary movie. Can't be like scaring the shit out of people at a beach in Fiji. That's when you get a parent or an adult of some kind. Close the door, kid. You don't need to go in there. Oh yeah, fuck that. The whole house just got completely black. Okay, I don't want to look. Again, I can't. I'm gonna pick the dog hairs off my pants while this scary shit happens. I love how the sign says, positively do not open. Mommy can't come to the phone right now because Mommy is possessed. Ew. They had to just splash in a little gore, didn't they? That would take so much energy as the actor portraying the person that is being possessed, because that, like, the amount of screaming and the sounds that you have to make and the physicality that you have to embody, that is so exhausting. I've had to scream in a movie before, and just doing that alone is exhausting. Well, you dropped your frickin' holy water, so what are you gonna use now? Ew. That poor kid. If I was the actress who's playing the mom who's being possessed, I would be apologizing profusely. The cop is just like walking with his cheek covered because he got bit, and he's just got like the biggest smile on his face, like, yeah, okay, it's over. Nice. Okay, well, that was The Conjuring. It's still okay. I'm not even gonna say anything. We're gonna take a break, and I will come back with my review. Okay, wow. First off, I just want to say that this movie totally holds up, even though it was made 10 years ago. Crazy that it's been 10 years. It's just nuts. But anyways, I definitely think it holds up for sure. The acting overall was really, really good. Again, I think there were certain spots of the film that they could have sat in or let sit for a little bit more, or allowed it to just be, just for a little bit longer. Moments like the coldness in the room, that didn't ring terribly true to me. They didn't act like, they acted. You could see them acting like, and I'm doing quotes for the people who are listening. They were quote unquote acting like the room was cold. Whereas if you watch a way older movie like The Exorcist, you could legitimately tell that that room was freezing cold. And again, they didn't have the technology back then to just CGI some breath. They legitimately made that room cold, and therefore the actors were able to just believe what was going on and act truthfully. And I think they missed the mark just a little bit by not giving these actors in this movie that help to make the more you can do as a director and as a production to help your actors believe and have truthful reactions to what's going on, the better. And you're just going to get better quality acting, a better performance. So I think they missed the mark a little bit on that one. But overall, the acting was really, really good. I think the writing was strong. Are there cheesy moments and are there areas that could have been worked on a little bit more? Sure, but there really weren't very many. So the writing was very, very well done. Overall storyline, I think the pace of the movie was pretty good. I think you almost could have, I don't know what you would have cut, but now seeing it like almost 10 years later, the beginning part of it before you have Ed and Lorraine come to the house and help the family out, that first act was a little slower to me this time around. I don't know why, but maybe it's just because I was anticipating what was going to happen in the second act, but I just felt it was a little slow. Like, I don't know what they would have or what they could have cut, but that's just how I felt. Set design, costume design did a really good job of helping set the period, because this is a period piece. It took place in the 70s. So they did a really great job of curating that world for the audience. Music. This movie took a little bit of a different approach to a movie like The Exorcist. Whereas they kicked things off, literally you're seeing the production companies and the distribution companies' logos in the beginning, and it's already loud and uncomfortable music. And that is a choice, and a thoughtful choice. Whereas in The Exorcist, they didn't really play any music in the film, period, except for twice they had the famous Exorcist theme music. So this movie not only used uncomfortable instrumental music in the beginning to kind of set the tone, but they also used great songs from that time period, which helps, again, set the tone, set the time period, just gets you into, okay, this is 1970s. This is the world that we're asked to believe in and participate in. And then during the peak of the film, when the mom is possessed, they definitely use that uncomfortable music to aid the stress and the hecticness of that sequence. And for this particular film, I think it was the right choice. Sound design, again, great sound design. The use of the vibrations of when the house shakes, or when the director is trying to tell you that something bad is in the room or something bad is about to happen. That is all extremely useful to the audience to help them buy what's going on the screen. Another cool trick with the sound design, when the child uses the toy box that makes the little jingle sound, there are moments when that box plays and you don't hear anything else except for the little jingle. The director wants you to focus on the sound of the jingle, and at the same time, they want you to focus on what's going on in the background. And by muting, like, you don't hear anybody breathing, you don't hear other sounds going on. It's just the jingle and the anticipation of what you're visually about to see. Let's talk about camera work. There are some really great camera work in this film. Really different kinds of shots. And I say that because I hadn't seen, up until this movie when it came out, I hadn't seen many horror movies, if any horror movies at all, shoot in this certain way, where the shot is upside down and then they bring the camera up and it's right side, the shot is right side up all of a sudden, and then they go up the stairs to the second level of the house, and then they come back down to the first story, and then they go upside down again. Like, that is just so original. And again, it's just a clever way of showcasing the juxtaposition of what's going on in the house. Also, again, noticing some classic kind of shots in terms of the zoom, the extreme zoom in, like the long zoom in or the long zoom out. I think I mentioned this before while I was watching it. They have the classic horror movie shot of the camera's focusing on the ground and it slowly pans upward, and it's the leaves are on the ground, and then a breeze comes and then the leaves are fluttering in the wind. That is such a classic horror movie shot. I think like almost every horror movie has a shot like that, or it's a shot of a tree. It's at night and it's a stormy night and the tree is shaking in the wind and the leaves are falling. Like, that's a classic horror movie kind of shot. Just fun, interesting camera work, and very original and different for where horror was at this particular time in 2013. But yeah, I think this movie totally holds up. Again, it's going to be one that I'm excited to eventually share with my daughter when she's of age to watch this. God, I hope she's like okay with scary movies. Not that I'm like okay with it. I mean, I guess I am okay with it because I'm clearly watching these for you guys. I just hope that we can enjoy scaring the shit out of our kid. Because you know what? If I had to get scarred as a kid, we all have to go through that, right? At some point in our lives. So I look forward to sharing this with our kid. And you let me know what you think. If you have seen The Conjuring, what your thoughts are. If you think it holds up. What moments scared you the most, or what you remember scaring you the most. That is it. We are 3 in, guys. This is the 3rd episode, and we are just on a roll. I'm choosing some good ones, in my opinion, I think. I don't know. You tell me what you think. If you have any recommendations of scary movies that you would like me to watch and review, drop me a comment or send me a DM on Instagram or TikTok. Oh my God, that scared me. I thought it was O'Reilly. Oh, my dog, for those of you who are listening, my dog just started scratching herself, and all I heard was tick, 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 tick. I thought she was asleep this entire time, but no. So Riley, you got the last scare. Yeah, you got the last scare from Mama. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you have any movie recommendations that you want me to review, message me on Instagram or TikTok, or if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, you can just leave me a comment below and let me know what movie you want me to review next. See you next time.